Hi guys, welcome to our channel.
This is Sam, and it's again.
Welcome. Today we're going to be discussing a very important topic titled suicide. When suicide looks good. That's the topic for today's today's discussion.
We want to be discussing suicide. We want to look at suicide in the society. Now we know that things are getting hard, times are increasingly very difficult. So we want to look at what are the reasons that warrant people committing suicide. We want to see why are people committing suicide. What is the real factor for this thing happening in our society? And we discovered that the statistics is even increasing. The numbers of people doing that are even increasing. So what are the factors responsible for people committing suicide?
Yeah, over the years, you've been seeing increasing frequency of failures around, and people are getting more frustrated, they're getting overwhelmed with their situations, and then they get to depression, and from there they just feel, let's take the easy way out, and they just feel taking their life and ending the old trauma will be the way out. But actually, is that really the way out? We're going to be looking at some factors that are actually responsible for these frustrations, for these overwhelming situations, and why mental health is calling so much attention these days due to these things.
Take for example someone who has a broken relationship. In fact, I remember sometimes ago in UI, when we were still in UI, there was a lady that attempted suicide. I'm not sure I can't remember if she was successful.
No, she wasn't.
She was not successful with the suicide. So she tried to commit suicide because a boyfriend left her, for goodness sake, and she tried committing suicide. She drank alcohol and she almost lost her life. Now, how should you, in such a situation, broken relationship, handle that situation? That situation led her into depression. She had a broken relationship, she went into depression, and thoughts started piling up and things happened.
Yeah, actually, many things lead to people getting into depression. Many things lead to people getting frustrated. That's one situation.
Yeah.
It just gets to a point where some people just feel no one cares about them.
Yeah.
No one loves them.
Yeah.
And some weeks ago, my husband was just calling my attention to a post he saw on Twitter, and someone had been posting, not even one like, not one comment.
Nobody noticed him. Nobody.
And at a point, he just decided that since nobody cares about him, it seems nobody cares, and he just said goodbye.
On the guy was actually traumatized because of the experience he had with the Nigerian police force and Nigerian police, and then he was writing about it, and then nobody gave attention in a way, and then in fact I will be showing you that his last tweet on Twitter, and then he just decided that will be all, and he said goodbye to the world and committed suicide. And that really brings us to a question: is those who commit suicide, is it an heroic act or an act of cowardice? I mean, in Europe, in our Yoruba tribe, there's a saying that says "Ikuya Jesinlo," and what does that mean? That means to die is better than to face shame. And this statement has pushed a lot of people to consider suicide, and then saying, "Okay, I don't want to be put to shame," and then they take their life because they don't want to face the shame. It's very, very tragic. Very, very tragic. Yeah.
Wow. And at times like this, we see people getting frustrated for several logical reasons, actually.
Yeah.
Imagine someone with a very serious health condition and has done practically everything, has done everything medically, and things are not getting better. The health situation is not getting better. And then, the person just gets frustrated, and the person just feels, there's nothing to live for.
Yeah.
There's nothing to live for as long as the person will still be limited by that health situation.
Yeah. And then imagine someone who lost loved ones. Imagine someone who just lost the family in a single day. Imagine such tragedy for the person. Imagine what such a person.
And I tell you, in the reality of it, during this period, this COVID-19 period, many people will be facing such things.
I'm telling you,
when family members just go, just dies and continues dying like that, and it looks as if the person is all alone. And the world has just changed, completely changed in seconds. And person just looks forward and doesn't see a way forward, doesn't see how to move, how to continue.
In fact, there's a case of a nurse in New York who committed suicide just a few days ago. She had seen a lot of people die from this COVID-19, and I just felt there is no hope, and she committed suicide.
Yeah, and probably there are even other situations that we don't even know about that she couldn't have the opportunity to explain to people, and then she just ended her life.
So in essence, there are many things.
Yeah.
In essence, there are very many things that can lead to depression.
Now, looking at the situation of people having dreams, sometimes many times in life we have a kind of timeline for our lives.
Yeah.
Like at this particular stage of life, I want this done.
Yeah.
I want to get married.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to get married, they are proposing to many ladies and they're just turning you down.
Yeah.
And a lady, okay, take for instance a lady that has an health condition, for instance. As soon as they get into a relationship with a guy and they get in about the health conditions, they just want to end the relationship because of that. Many things just get people frustrated, and then your timelines are not hitting it.
Yeah.
They're not coming true at that time. You don't have the kind of job you desire. You don't have enough to cater for your daily needs, essentials. In fact, that's even a very important point. Many people are facing that situation now.
In fact,
people cannot even.
I remember there was someone in Nigeria then who I know him very well. I don't know him facially, but I know the family, I know the children, I know the wife. I must have seen him around, but didn't just relate him to his family. The man committed suicide because he was in debt of around, is it 300,000 or something like that? And I mean, when I look at the children, when I look at the family, I see that the future actually will be bright. I see personally that there is light at the end of the tunnel. But this man just felt like he could not face this situation. He could not handle it. And he decided to end it. I mean, that same saying that to die is better than to be in shame. And then he ended it. Another thing again is bullies.
Yeah.
Bullies. I'm telling you, some people now, they feel I'm not good enough. People tell them they are not good enough.
Yeah.
People tell them you don't look good enough. People tell them you are too big, you are too fat. People tell them you are not fit for this, you can't do it.
Yeah, people say you are not smart.
Yeah.
You are not, your skin color is not good enough.
Yeah.
Your hair is not good enough.
Yeah.
Many things about you are just not good enough. And people, keep on pointing those things out, saying negative things about people, and it just gets to their mind and they're just like, so I'm this bad and there's nothing just good about me.
And I think we must also add that social media has expanded how bullying works now. Many people now get bullied on social media, not just by people they don't even know. People they don't even know, they get bullied.
Yeah.
The person may not even be talking directly to them, and then the way the mind works, the things just get piling up and keeps piling
they
up.
Links one thing to another,
and then they say, "Oh, I'm not good enough. Nobody wants me," and the rest is story. And one other factor again, before we go into what can we do. In fact, this suicide will be in series. Okay, this topic, when suicide looks good, will be in series. We'll be having it in series because it is inexhaustible, and we'll just be bringing it on as time goes on when there is a need for it. So another reason why people commit suicide, people go into depression, is because of loneliness. People feel so lonely these days, and it's very terrible. People feel so lonely, and when you are lonely, you don't have people to talk to, you don't have people to commune with, and then thoughts just start coming. It gets to a level the person stop having control over his or her thoughts, and then at that time the person start thinking of death, suicide, and it start looking good.
Yeah, do you know that loneliness can be beyond you not having people around you?
That's true.
Do you know that some people can be around you and you can still be lonely?
Yeah.
Loneliness is actually more of withdrawing into yourself.
Yeah.
Keeping things too much to yourself.
That's
keeping burdens too much to yourself. Keeping problems too much to yourself. And you're just thinking about it, and all the negatives about those things keep popping up. And it gets to a point where the person cannot control his thought anymore, and his thoughts begins to control him, and he starts getting suggestions of how to getting the easy way out of the situation.
Okay, so how do we handle these things? at those points when suicide starts looking good, at those points when it starts looking as if I'd rather die than face this, how can such a person come out of this situation? And this is what we are looking at is very, very important. First thing you must note is that your mental health is very, very important. And there is a saying that a problem shared is half solved. Now, in these days and time, many people keep to themselves. People don't have families again. Now, when I mean family, I'm not necessarily referring to your blood relations. Yeah, I'm also talking about people who surround you, your sphere of friends, your friends. Okay, I'm also talking about your community, the community around you. People don't really have, again, we've come to a stage where people are so isolated from one another. And we don't get to know what another person is facing. We don't get to know the challenges of other person. All we see is the social media glamour. Everybody looks good on social media. Nobody posts very rough pictures. I mean,
everybody wants to post their best pictures.
Everyone want to post the best pictures.
And even post with someone else's car.
I'm telling you, on social media. So people don't want to look bad on social media. But let me tell you, many people are living fake lives. In the real sense, their situation is much more worse than what they portray on social media. And someone else sees this and thinks, oh, my life, what am I doing with my life? You see someone posting with one big car, and then you don't even know if the person is in debt.
You don't even know if the car was rented.
You don't even know if the car was rented. So it's a very bad thing. People comparing yourself with another person.
That's another point.
It's very important. Don't compare yourself with another person. See, life is in stages. Life is in stages. I was sharing on Facebook sometimes ago how that when we started our marriage, when we got married, we didn't have chairs, we didn't have TV,
Those periods were actually very wonderful.
And see, we lived our life normal. We invited friends to our house, we eat, we dine together,
and
we sit on the floor, on the rug.
On the rug.
And we did that for some months before we got chairs and before we got TV. If I got the TV when they were about to start the World Cup, and then we continued life. Now we've moved out of that state. Now we are in another state. We are in another phase of our life. So see, your life is in phases. Don't let anybody put you under pressure.
And as long as you remain human, there will never be a point in your life where all your needs are satisfied. Don't be deceived by anybody's pictures or postings on social media. Everybody, as long as you remain human, you will always have a need. So don't be deceived by what people say about themselves on social media and how they want to look good. And how they want to look good on social media. That's not the point. And I also want another very important factor that we ought to know as individuals is actually identifying who you really are. Identifying the you in you.
You are not another person.
You're not defined by these circumstances. You are not defined by, there are even situations in life where we didn't choose for ourselves. For instance, you didn't choose your parents. For instance, you didn't choose the state you were born. You didn't choose the country you were born. You found yourself there. So there are situations where you can't actually change. You didn't determine the kind of parents you'll be, kind of home you'll be born into. We have different categories of homes now these days. You have homes that they have all the financial resources, but the home is not at peace. You have homes that are at peace, but they don't have all the financial resources. Whatever family or career environment you have found yourself, I'm telling you, you didn't choose it. So because there are situations that you cannot change, but you can make improvements on, you don't allow those things to define you. There's the you in you that you ought to identify. There's uniqueness in you. Everything about you is special, and no one else has exactly 100% of everything that you have. So whatever you have right now, including those challenges, I want to tell you that it's unique to you, and there is a way you can draw out strength from that situation, and it makes you stronger, and as time goes on, you will see that you can overcome that situation.
Yeah. And how do you make those challenges? How do you turn it around that it becomes something that you can come on? Your thought process is very important. I believe those who commit suicide, there was a problem with their thought process, okay? And it's just like what we've been saying, that they eventually saw that there is nothing to live for.
Yeah.
First thing, when there is life, there is hope. You need to take note of that. When there is life, there is hope. There are things to live for, okay? So now you need to take charge of your thoughts. Every time your thought is going contrary, you need to watch. In fact, somebody used to say something, say, think about what you are thinking about. Okay, many times we just leave our hearts to run on auto mode. Okay, we just allow thoughts to come, and then things happen, and then it comes and it starts brooding and brooding and brooding, and it leads to depression. Take charge of your thoughts. Very important. Take charge of your thought. Develop a heart of thanksgiving in all situations. The Bible says, contentment, godliness with contentment is great gain.
Yeah.
Okay, so in every stage that you are in every situation that you find yourself, develop a heart of thanksgiving. Now, it may be that it's even a health challenge. Now, there is a guy, Nick Vujicic. I don't know how many know Nick Vujicic. Nick Vujicic does not have arms, does not have legs, does not, and he's a minister of the gospel. He preaches around, and he's doing fine, he's happy. See, you can be happy. Don't let anybody deceive you. Don't let anybody deceive you that you have the worst problem in the world. Everybody has challenges. So you need to take charge of your thought and turn it to a heart of thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, now, for example, how do you make it work? There is no food at home today. And then I come home and I find out that there is no food and I'm hungry. All I have to do is, yes, it's very terrible. I'm looking for a way out of the situation. But looking for a way out of the situation, I'm also saying, thank you, God, because there will be provisions. Thank you, God, because this thing will not persist for long.
Yes.
Thank you, God, because this is a learning process for me. You want to say something?
Yeah, I used to have a roommate when we were in school. Whenever we don't have food, and she comes out from class, she hears me singing some songs. He knows automatically that it's like there's no dinner tonight. And then, those times will actually pass.
Yeah.
There is no time that has come to stay forever. Now, you are complaining that you are taking too much gari, or you are eating, I don't know, whatever part of the world that you are eating the kind of food seemingly tagged, considered for the poor.
Yeah.
Do you know that some people will eat that same food and it will disturb them?
Yeah.
The fact that you are eating that food and you are still alive, I think it's worth giving thanks for.
Yeah.
Consider your life a gift from God.
Yeah.
The fact that you can still breathe and you can still move around and you can still, sleep to wake up to see another day is a gift from God. So consider your life a gift from God. And, sometimes it's actually interesting to sit down and think about what you want to be made out of your life in 5-10 years from now. Yeah. There's a strength that gives you.
Yeah.
It gives you hope that there's something to live for.
Yeah.
There's something to live for.
Yeah.
So now, creating a good picture, imagination of what you want to see ahead, I think that gives you strength.
Yeah.
That gives you courage.
Yeah.
That gives you, it gives you inner ability to actually continue. There's something to live for.
Yeah.
There's something you are looking at. There's something you are going to attain. You are aiming to attain. And then, it gives you energy. It gives you energy even in the midst of all the adversities.
So, friend, don't be discouraged.
Yeah.
We tell you, don't be discouraged. Things will get better. Situations change. Okay?
Yeah.
There is always a time when things will change. Things get hard, yes, things will change. Don't get depressed, irrespective of the situation.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a turnaround.
Yeah.
Very important, take charge of your thoughts.
Yeah.
And another thing you should do, have real good friends you can open up to.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, many times you just see that when you share that burden with another person, you feel relieved.
Very.
Even when the problem has not been solved. You just feel relieved that, And I don't know how it works, but once you just share the problem, you just feel relief, like, wow. The success you didn't have today is going to come tomorrow.
Yeah.
The failures, the rejections you have had today, you are getting acceptance. Maybe you have been proposing to sisters and they've been saying no. And you're thinking, no, I'm not going to get it. Relax. Fill your heart with godly imaginations. Fill your heart with good imaginations. Let your meditation not be on your problem.
Yeah.
As you think on it, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and depression sets in.
Yeah.
And then it starts affecting the person's mental health. Yeah. And then the person starts seeing the problem as very big. Very big. So relax. Things will definitely get better.
Yeah.
Share your problem.
Yeah, and it's actually very important that you make positive confessions about yourself.
Yeah.
Tell yourself you are beautiful.
Even when things are still looking so bad.
Yes, even when no one says it to you.
Yeah.
Tell yourself you are beautiful. Tell yourself I'm not too fat.
Yeah.
I'm not too slim. I'm not looking bad. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm not a failure. I'm a success.
Even while walking.
Yes.
Because
okay.
if you are too fat too, yes, that's true. Even while working on something, having a plan, tell yourself things are working out.
Yeah. So, Mr. Nathaniel, welcome on our show.
Okay.
So tell yourself things are working out for you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's something to live for. Those challenges, you will appreciate them so much later because they become a source of strength for you.
Yeah.
When you look back and you look at those years that you have gone through, and when you have other people going through those things, you can easily relate to them and help pull them out of such situations. So I want to tell you that you are unique, you are beautiful, you have something to live for. There's a future to live for. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There's something beautiful coming for you. So don't give up.
In fact,
don't allow those negative words from other people or those negative thoughts to come to overwhelm you.
Yeah. In fact, someone said this, that many times we are unhappy because we compare ourselves with other people. You look at, oh, she's looking better than me, and I say, oh, I'm bad. Oh, he's looking better than me. Oh, he has this car. I don't even have it, so I trek around. Someone say, oh, he has given birth. I don't have children, and I've been married for 20 years, this and that. No, see, don't compare yourself with others. Tell yourself God has a plan for me. God has a purpose for my life. Just tell yourself those good things. Wake up in the morning, say good and beautiful things to yourself, and you will see things turn around for you.
Don't walk by another person's time. Who told you 25 is the legal age to marry?
Yeah.
Who told you 28 is too late? No, don't let those things get to you. Don't let those things
and
get
we must
to
say that there are sometimes some people just don't have one major reason why they just commit this suicide. They are just fed up. Okay, see, have boldness to face whatsoever situation. Have boldness to confront whatever it is. Okay, it takes courage. In fact, some people say, oh, it takes courage to commit suicide. I always say that it takes more courage to confront the situation leading you to suicide. It takes more courage. It takes more boldness. So make sure, as much as possible, take this life as a gift and then confront that situation that is staring at you.
All right. So finally, before we end this part of the series, I want to remind you that this suicide is going to be a series and that you watch out for the next part of this suicide series. Thank you so much for watching. We love you.
And then please subscribe there. By when you subscribe, you increase our chances of reaching more people, of course.
Yeah.
So subscribe. You can share with people you think need to hear this truth. Is very, very important.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah. Please feel free to share. And we also wanted to say that if you are the person in this situation or you know someone in this situation, you can actually reach out to us.
Yeah. We put in the section below how you can reach out to us. Okay. We put everything there because people are facing this all the time. Your heart is very, very important. Your mind is very, very important. What you think about is very, very important.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you. We really do.
We hope to have you next time.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.